We live.
Hey y'all, guess what? We live. Finally, world. I gotta tell y'all, it has been one difficult situation after the other for me trying to get this second episode, Creed 2, 1 boom, situated for y'all. That it took from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. And I do appreciate the ones that was waiting for me to go live. How y'all waited patiently till I came on here. But I am here now.
But
How y'all doing?
we
They
good. But
trying
let
to
me
take
ask
me
you:
out, but I ain't gonna let them. Who
Is
is missing? I ain't even got all my guests on here.
no? You
Where
don't have
they at?
Rico. You got to add Rico and Isaiah to the stage.
All right, let me add Rico. He waiting. Add him to the scene. He's at it. Isaiah, where you at? Add it to the scene.
Right
Where's
here.
your other
Anybody
lady?
else? Anybody else?
Where's your urban lady or whatever she was?
Urban ain't there.
No,
Ooh,
you probably got to
child, this
send
has
her the link
been
again. Y'all
one
stand by.
hard
We have
time after the other.
difficulties working that shit out. That's how it is when you go
She not
live.
even on. She not in. She gotta come back in. Let me send her. Ooh, child. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this thing started. Today it's about debunking relationship myths. And I got some, my people got some. I'm gonna kick this thing off because clearly we behind schedule. And I don't like being on color time, if you know what I mean. Cause I've been on this laptop, I'm sorry, this tablet since 6:30, and I'm still just not getting this done. So y'all just bear with me, and we gonna get it done. We're gonna talk about some relationship myths, and then we're gonna come with the real deal about them from my own personal experience. I'm gonna let my guests introduce themselves so we can get this thing started. Tish, if you want to get started with your introduction, can you go ahead? Just your name, something about you, whatever you want to say. Can you hear me, Tish? All right, well, go ahead. Let's get this thing
Yes, I can hear
started.
you.
We can't hear
I'm Miss
her.
Tish. Hey, how y'all doing? This is my third time on the podcast. I'm trying to see what this is about now. Let's get it. All I got to say.
Isaiah, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Isaiah. Just ready to get the show on.
Everybody just ready. All
Everybody
right,
ready? We've
Paul.
been waiting for a whole hour. We ready.
Paul.
There we go.
All right, all right. This your boy Paul Wizzo. Y'all check me out over there on Wizzo Talk, where we play like you said, uncut, unedited. We bring that fire shit over there. So if you ain't ready for it, don't bring your ass over there, cause we just raw. We ain't we Wizzo Talk. That's just how we do it. And Cree, I appreciate you having me on. So we gonna get on here and debunk. I don't know what the fuck debunk really means, but we gonna talk about the relationships, and I can do that. And I don't know if that's damn near sounded like some do it in the ass or some shit. I ain't quite good with that program, so I'm just saying this your boy Paul Wizard, and that's just how the fuck we roll. Shit, whatever.
Ooh, Enrico.
Hey, what's up? It's Rico from the podcast If Relationships Could Talk. You can follow us on all the major platforms. Also on YouTube at Hosted by Ty Network.
Damn.
All right, well, that's my cast. I got one lady, the urban hippie. She was here. She hung on as long as she could. Hopefully she chimed back in. Y'all know this is Creed 2 1 Boom. I'm gonna kick this thing off with my first relationship myth, and then if you want to speak on it, you can, and then we'll go from there. So my first one is true love means never fighting. What do y'all think about that?
Man,
Everybody's gonna have their ups and downs.
it's me personally. I don't think that it's possible to be in love with someone and never have a disagreement because you're two different people trying to work as one, but you have two different mindsets, two different views, two different everything. So I definitely agree that that is a myth, and it is impossible for two people not to have a disagreement. I won't speak long. I'll let the others speak for a little bit.
I think though,
Well,
and this is just me. I think when they say fight, I'm thinking they talking about physical fight, like arguments, disagreements. that's fine, and as long as you can talk it out and not fight it out. So, anybody else want to chime in on that one?
Well,
Now,
that is
if you're talking about action fight, no, it's not true love. But if you talking about just coming to a common ground, it starts from the head of the household, which is the man. Then it falls down to the queen and the children. So if your wife can understand and let you lead as a man, you won't have them common fight.
okay. And
If your woman, I'm trying to figure out how this become the woman fault.
I
That's
did.
all I
I
heard from
did.
that. If your
No, no,
woman let the
I didn't say
man
it's the
lead, you
woman's
won't
fault.
have common
I'm,
fights.
Mhm.
So you saying true love means letting a man lead and you follow as the woman, and you
if
won't have
you
a lot of
according,
fighting.
yeah, if it's according to Christianity, the man lead, the woman follow. So if the woman follows the man, it won't be them fight because he already know where to lead, and his woman already trust him to lead. So she won't even question his leadership.
I
In a
can agree.
perfect world,
Yeah.
in a perfect world, we would trust men to lead us, but women are so damaged because they have trusted men to lead them and they led them right to homelessness.
I
So
don't
I
think
hear
that's
what you're
all men.
saying.
Heck no.
Not
I
all
ain't,
men.
ain't all
Not
Uh-uh.
men.
all men.
Shit.
Mm-mm.
Most men.
You
Some
need
men.
to
I'm,
Not
say
I'm
all
talking
men.
some
about
men.
those women that find it difficult to be submissive. They ain't just woke up like that because women want to be submissive, but to the right man. All right, I got Cannon chiming in. I need you to turn that music off though, Cannon, because you know this is
I,
podcast and we live.
I got, I,
Hey,
I got you. I got you.
and I can't see you. It's so dark. Paul Wizzo, did you have something you want to say on that?
Well, I'm glad you broke that down and when you was talking about fist fighting, because really it should only take one, and if he put his hands on that woman or she put his hands on him violently, then that shit shouldn't go any further than that. So that's not no kind of love because and I'll say that in the situation you had men just beat the shit out of a woman and then later on he asked for some pussy. She's so afraid of him that she gonna be open like 7-Eleven because she might scared that he might beat her ass or something. So you with love and fighting and fists, that's just something totally different. That's not no kind of love. Me, I'm the guy that uh, I don't even fucking like the word love because it's used so openly. I mean, even when you start teaching your kids young, you tell them I love you, and we love you, but and not never really letting them know the definition of love. So then some guy come along and he once he knows that that woman is so emotional like that and attached to that word love, he gonna tell her how much he love her just to go and get that pussy and not even mean shit. But that fighting, it should only take one time for that hand to go up, and they can blame it on the alcohol, they can blame it on the liquor, they can blame it on whatever fuck they want. It should take that one time. So a woman or a man, because women do whoop men's ass too, then they should not go back into that relationship like that. So in other words, don't put all your baskets in there where you have to depend on that other person to where you can't leave. Leave yourself a way out, not the way out to the fucking grave. And I'll yield back my time for somebody else.
Tish, did you have anything you want to?
I think it's a myth. I really didn't have too much to say about that one.
I
All
have a
right,
myth.
so Cannon, we were our
I already
first
know what's that.
relationship myth that we discussed was true love means never fighting. Did you want to chime in on that?
Yeah, I'll chime in on what the last gentleman said. I agree with that. Like, it don't need to really take one time for you to know either it's time to walk away or it's not acceptable, or really y'all sit down and have that understanding. Like, because once we get physical, then all respect out the window, just like certain words.
Yeah.
So then there's no respect there on either side. And then, like he was saying, especially with the kids, especially me, when my children do something bad, I don't like to. Yeah, I might raise my voice, but I'm not gonna put your hands on him or feel like I gotta be physical because then they know I love them. But if I do something every time they make me mad or bad, and I put my hands on them, then they go think when they get older, a man it's acceptable for a man to do that when they upset. A man don't make them mad. So I definitely agree with what he's saying. But then again, like he said, that word is used so vague
Yeah,
to where everybody definition of love is different.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Growing up, you got some families that was when they meet and greet, they it's physical touch. That's how they greet each other. And you got other families where it's hey, how you doing? That don't mean they don't love each other. It's just different forms of love on how they express it. So you just got to be careful with that word love, and when you do say that, how you demonstrate it to.
Okay, it would be nice if we could see
I
your
don't know if I
face,
answered.
Cannon.
Oh, let me turn on the.
we just gonna
Really
call him
nice.
back
Hold
and put on
on.
this camera. He might want to be in the dark.
No, we need to get him on in there so we
Nah,
can
I'm in
see
the
who
car. I'm
talking
trying
to
to.
us. All right, so that first myth was true love means never fighting. So the reality is conflict is natural and it leads to growth when handled constructively. So it's not really how it's about how you argue versus whether you argue or not because you're going to have disagreements. And then when it does become physical, that's definitely a cue to get on up out of there.
Yeah, we can see you.
Absolutely can see you now.
Oh, okay.
All
Hello,
right.
hello,
Did
hello.
anybody have one that they want to share?
Yes,
Rico,
ma'am.
go
I
ahead,
sure
Rico.
do. And Miss Tish, you back there kind of quiet right now. This is one for you ladies. And, my myth is that in today's society, that women actually believe that men are supposed to and are to be with one woman, and that's just not true. They're not.
It's
They
not true according to what?
It's not true according to whether it's gonna. You can look at the stats, you can look at the science or the biology, science where it's all the same. You can look at anything you want. A man trying to be with one woman, that's like equivalent to saying a woman shouldn't be a nurturer because we're not wired to be that way. We're not designed to be with one woman. Did you know that when men are with a man that is with one woman, their testosterone levels lower or they begin to be too lower if a man is with one woman? It's impossible, especially young men. And if we have time, I can take you and prove to you whether it's the science behind it or just the stats behind it. But my thing is this: when it comes to the women that say this, all y'all have is a belief because someone told you that. You have no facts that prove it. I have facts that prove life says a man is not supposed to be with one woman. I'll ask you this, Miss Tish. Have you ever met a woman that haven't been cheated on?
No.
Have you
I
ever
would
met a
love to
man?
answer that question
Have
though.
you ever met a man?
Have you ever
Have you
met a
ever met a
man?
man that haven't cheated? Exactly. So what make you
No.
think that men are supposed to be with one woman?
Well, hold on
Women.
now. She
Oh,
didn't
go
say
ahead.
that. Hold on now.
Wait a minute.
Calm down, Rico. You
Right.
got to give us a chance to respond. You
You
asked the
asked me.
question. You answered
Right.
it. Hold on now.
You just wait all the way in.
Bring it down. He was holding on to that one. He couldn't wait to get that off his chest.
Joe
Well,
could.
I like to say this. I like to say this to that because you know how I feel about it. I don't believe a man is meant to be with one woman either. So uh, I completely agree with you on that. However,
Can I
I do
can I
believe that
disagree?
a disciplined man, can discipline himself and be with just one woman, aka marriage, if that's what he chooses to be. It
That's
requires
why I was gonna say.
self-discipline, a lot of it. And a lot of men should not get married with that mindset that you have, because I'm not sure if your vows said, baby, you know, in my nature, I'm gonna be with other people. Are you okay with that? And then she said yes. Or did you say, I'm gonna be loyal and committed to you, and she said yes to that, and then y'all years later, then you stepped out. That's the wrong part. It's not wrong to be with other people. The wrong part is the lying, the manipulation, and the cheating.
Who
And
says
just
anything
So
about
it's
interesting.
okay to live your life how you see fit, as long as you are being honest and direct and upfront with people. That is my issue with men stepping out.
Them
And Tisha,
vows was
if you want to chime in, you
Can,
go
can, can
right
I
ahead.
tap in that?
You absolutely
Can I
let
tap in that?
Tish go, and then we'll let Isaiah go.
No, Isaiah, you can go first.
Okay.
But I was gonna answer Alberico, but you already said after. Come on,
Oh, he didn't went mute. Who muted him?
Well,
The universe muted him.
so
Yeah, we can't hear.
We can't hear you.
Alberico.
You gotta. All we hear is that background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you at? Why you go in the third bedroom? Because we can't hear you. Whatever that noise is in the background.
He's outside.
that's the
You
car.
in the
Oh,
bathroom.
that's the other guy. No, oh, I thought that was the guy in the car with that noise.
Cannon, you got some outside noise. I'm not sure what's happening with you. All I see is smoke. What is going on there?
What kind of on live TV?
Hey, let me say this while they
Nah,
while
ain't
they
that no old bar. Nah. Can y'all hear now?
Yeah, but it's some background noise.
Isaiah was trying to go. I'm gonna say
Okay,
this
can you hear
while
me
you.
now?
Yeah, we can hear you
Yeah.
now. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with my man said because I do got facts that one man should be with one woman.
Enlighten me.
So I do have facts. Hold on, I do have facts for that if we have enough time.
Go
But
ahead.
if you have to be with multiple one woman, your true love for that specific woman you are with is vague. One man should be with one woman. Because if you have multiple women, we have that word called adultery. So, but we don't have enough time for me to show facts on that.
Well, give me
But
one.
for
Give me
me,
one.
I believe, for, okay, for me, I believe that one man should be with one woman. Because if you be with multiple partners, then a lot of things tend to go wrong in your life. But if you stick with one woman and have true love for that one woman, your mind won't even be set on no different women because your love is already there for one woman. It started all the way back from Adam and Eve. But for another day and another time, I could prove and show facts for that.
But you
You
didn't
haven't
really
even
show
gave one.
facts.
You didn't give
What-
not even one fact.
You
You
didn't
gave
give one fact.
I just gave out. I just gave out one fact.
I
I
no, you
think
didn't.
said true love.
Get
I
into it.
think
True
I
love.
think you
If
coming
you
from
have true
a
love with one
biblical.
woman,
I think you coming from
no,
a
I'm saying,
biblical standpoint because I heard you say Adam and Eve, and if you have one woman, if you have multiple, you call it's going to be drama in your life. You can be with one woman and have drama in your life.
What's the
yeah,
point of
but
being?
what I'm saying is, I just said one thing about multiple, but I'm gonna go with science on this,
Okay.
on
Okay.
my facts. See, I got science and biblical, but mostly it's science.
Get to it. Come on.
But with him, he just said I chat with him one on one and show him.
The podcast is talking to the world. So if you got some knowledge you want to share, this is the platform to do it, brother.
Because he
But if
haven't.
you want to hold that in, that's fine. Okay, Tisha, you had
Well,
something?
I don't want to. All you got, I have a book. Check out the Circle Seven of the Quran, the More Science Temple of America. So if you check that book out, it give you much science on it.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Tish, did you want to speak on that?
Yeah, I just feel like, like you said, when you meet someone and you plan to be in a relationship with somebody or get married or whatever that case may be, what's the point of being with some being with one person if you feel like you want to be with multiple people? I feel like if a man is in a relationship, they should be with that one woman. I mean, I know, like you said, the discipline and all that stuff. If the man is disciplined and everything, I agree with all that. But as far as a man don't belong with one woman, I mean, that's a mental. I don't believe that. That's crap. That
Okay.
just sounds like an excuse to go outside the relationship
I think it's a personal choice,
I'm
or
It's
okay.
not.
being.
I'm a,
surrounded around
Mr.
discipline.
Wizzo
You can
wanted
be
to be.
disciplined and you can be undisciplined.
I'm gonna say it sounds like Rico's coming with facts. So it sounds like, we're kind of voicing our opinion. So you got
Mhm.
opinion versus facts. And then Cree, when you was talking about them vows, that shit was written by some white man probably. So,
Took the
that shit
words
needs to
right
go
out
out
my
the
mouth.
window. And that all that right there and Isaiah, when I understand and I hear you talking about biblical, but there's so many different interpretations of the Bible and people say this about Adam and Eve, and you might find out that it really wasn't one or whatever. So until you really dive
Well, I'm
deep
not really
off
talking about the
into
Bible.
to,
I
until you
just
really
mentioned
dive
it.
deeper off into the biblical part of it or whatever, then sound like we just kind of uh, putting out their opinions, and facts is what rules over everything. So Rico got a lot of facts that he's throwing out there. So that opinion shit that we talking, everybody has one, but they
Can
don't
I? Can I?
outweigh the facts.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say
But
this because you're saying something was written by whoever, but
White man,
if he expressed that, because I'm talking about character. If your character, and you should know you more than anybody else know you. So as a character trait, if you tell a woman, I'm going to be loyal to you, I'm going to lead you, I want you to trust me. Now if you lying saying it's just going to be you, then you're a liar. Now if you telling her, like he just said, state the facts, I'm not just going to be with you, I'm going to be with multiple people, then I don't see anything wrong with you being honest. Honesty will never be a problem for me. But if you saying I just want to be with you, I'm going to be married to you, say those vows that somebody else wrote. If you said it, you accepted it, and you spoke it into the world in front of your family and friends, then you're a liar if you go back and you say, "Nah, this is not what I want. I really want such and such and such." Then you're not loyal. You're only loyal to yourself and your body, and that's what it is.
and
That's that.
you kind of right on that. So I'm not really talking about biblical. I'm talking about actual science facts that I have. I just do Adam and Eve off just for biblical, but I'm actually talking about facts and science that I have. And
Well,
to
you have to
say,
get with us with that because you got
like,
to speak on it.
yeah, 'cause, yeah, like I study history, and them vows just don't come from Europeans. If you really study the African American history, which I can prove
African
that
American
they
history.
also had vows,
African American.
and
I'm gonna
and,
tell you.
and, and,
I don't
and,
know.
them, and them vows are and them vows are similar to the vows that we have right now in America when they were jumping over brooms and saying vow. But I can go really deep into that, but probably don't have the time for it right now. But that's what I was trying to say. Not biblical, but I have also science facts.
Okay. Now I'm about to really give you some science facts. The National Institute of Health done a study of men ages 40 to 75, right? 37.5% of the men 40 to 75 said that they cheat, and they have. Hold on, and I have more fact. Here's the thing: 40 to 75, those are old men. And here's another fact that the National Health Institute done: men that have high levels of testosterone. This, by the way, this is not the National Health Institute. It was done by the dang, I can't remember right now.
Is
But
that according to Europeans?
men that have high levels of testosterone, they done a study of 2,000, 3,000 men. Every man that had high levels of testosterone said that they cheated. A man that had average levels of testosterone said they cheated from time to time, not all the time. Men that have low testosterone said that they didn't cheat. A man cheating or dealing with or wanting multiple women is tied directly to our testosterone levels, meaning that when you are a young man, it is impossible for a young man to be with one woman. Now, Tish, this is for you. You said that you feel like you're a woman. Y'all, all y'all have is y'all emotions and y'all feelings, but your feelings don't make it true, because
No, it
you just
doesn't.
said that. And most women will say they never met a man who hasn't cheated. They never met a woman who haven't been cheated on. Why do you think that is? Because
I
we
agree to
as
the part.
are not designed to be with one woman. Just because you don't like it doesn't make it true or real. If you go back and you look, and he said he wants to talk about the history of a man, and he even brought up the Bible about it. In the whole in the whole Old Testament, Lamech was the first polygamous man in the Bible. He had multiple wives. All throughout the Old Testament, it talked about all the men with
Let
multiple
me
wives.
ask you this.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Are
I
you
didn't mean to go out
saying,
that more
are
so.
you saying that y'all don't have any control? You're saying the high levels of testosterone makes you want to have sex with multiple women? Because if the multiple women weren't available to you and accessible, you wouldn't be having sex with no multiple women. So are you saying that you have to have it? So and this is where rape comes in. When I hear men say, we don't have no control over our bodies. We have all this testosterone. We have to relieve it somewhere. So
That's what.
what happens when you don't have the women? That's why y'all start sleeping with each other?
No,
Because that would
no,
make sense.
because
That would make sense to me.
what men look, you can.
So you have no control over your body. I just
I
want to.
have I have total control over my body.
Okay, so you can be with one woman if you choose
No,
to.
it's impossible. It would a
So when you
man
tell me
trying to
it's
be with one
impossible,
woman, a young man.
when,
Let me fix that. Now, I'm 49. My
yeah,
testosterone
please fix
levels
it
are
because
low.
something ain't right there.
My testosterone levels are lower now. I'm 49 years old. But as a young male, I never even thought about trying to be with one woman, and I had multiple. And
That
I
men
had
should want to be with
girlfriends.
one women anyway. They need to be getting their stuff together.
But
That's
look,
what
my
marriage
thing
for.
is this, and you don't, as a man, you don't have to lie. Most women don't even realize it. They will accept a man being with another woman other than him because
So,
most women will say they expect a man to cheat. But if you expect him to cheat, why get in a relationship with him?
well, men have control of the relationship. Women have the control of the sex. So why are y'all getting in relationships if y'all are one of the ones that want to sleep around? Don't put it back on us. That's hilarious how you just did
I
that.
think what he's saying, he's talking about he has facts that what he's talking about that's showing that and stuff like that. I mean, we
No,
still
sir. No,
That's not
because you
that's
have
not
control
actual
over your
facts.
own.
That's just
You
somebody's
need to.
opinion that love to cheat.
Hold on. That
That's not facts.
I gave you
Let
numbers
me,
from
he
studies,
gave you the
Isaiah.
hold on.
facts.
Let me give you. Hold on. Let me give you the number. I'm finna give you my numbers.
Go ahead.
The numbers they ask for men. That number you just spread it out. Them are the men that love to cheat because
You,
you can control. Hold on.
he ain't gonna give me no
Let me finish.
facts. He just giving an
Hold on.
opinion. That's all he doing.
That's his opinion.
let me give you facts. Because as a
Please do.
man, even as a young man, you can control yourself. You don't have to sleep with multiple women. That is a choice.
That's your
And if
opinion.
you choose,
He just
hold
gave
on,
you
Okay,
you
let's see
can't.
if
facts.
this right here
Let
for
me
him.
finish.
Have you ever cheated?
Let me
Have you
finish.
ever cheated? Have you
Let
ever
me
cheated on a
finish.
woman?
Let me finish. Because I choose to do it. It's
It's
not
a
Exactly.
because
You
I
just
have
said
choice.
what I'm saying.
testosterone.
It's
It's a choice. It's a choice. So if you as a young man and you choose to cheat, that's just a choice. That
How
ain't
many
got
times
nothing to
can you
do with
cheat?
your body part.
How many times
That
can
Hey
is
you
a
cheat?
choice.
Rico. Hey Rico.
Let me finish.
So
That's a
if
choice.
hold on, let me say this. So if because you only speaking on men. So what do you
Yeah.
say to the women who desire other people and to sleep with other people who don't have this high levels of testosterone? What do you say to them that want to sleep with and that sleep with multiple men? How do you explain that?
She can do whatever she wants to, but a man is not going to be with her.
Because
He's
that's
not
not
going
what
to
it's
be.
about. We talking
A
about
man is not
choices.
going to be with her.
See what I'm
A
talking
man is
about? We
not
talking
going to
about
be with her.
But
choices.
the study was
Clearly,
of
somebody want
men.
to be with her if
The
she's sleeping
study,
around with several
the,
people.
the
This was
study
my
that he's
myth.
saying
I'm
was of
not talking
men.
about women.
All right, hold on. That's one
We
at a
talking
time.
about
Go
the
ahead.
study that men that love to cheat. That's all. Them the only studies you talking about. The
You
studies
do
they
it
did, them the
too.
men that like to
That's
cheat.
he just admitted he cheats, but he's saying I'm a
No,
man
I
who
say
loves
it's a choice for a
now.
man to cheat. He don't have to cheat. It's
It's
Well,
a
a
why did you
choice.
choice.
do? Why did you
Because
do?
you
It's a
can be
choice.
honest.
It
You
Your
can
ain't
be
meat
got
honest
nothing to
got
do with
about your
hard.
body part.
desires.
Your meat got hard and you wanted it. That's a physical reaction, which is science.
It,
Your
it's still a
biological and
choice.
chemical
However you
makeup.
look
That
at
don't
it,
even
it's
be
still a
What are
choice.
we
specific to my
talking about?
situation.
Hey, Rico, I can desire to eat 3 carrot cakes, but I'm gonna make a choice and I'm not gonna eat it, even if I'm addicted to it, because I'm addicted to sugar. So if you
Okay.
put 3 carrot cakes, I'm gonna want to eat all of them, but I'm gonna make a choice because I know it's unhealthy and it's not wise to do so. Now we need to move along to the
You
next
right.
Let me say this before
relationship
we
myth.
go.
Yeah, this way
Let
it
me
went
say this
nowhere.
before you go.
Go
Let
Go
me
ahead,
say
ahead.
this.
Paul.
More.
When he was saying, when you was asking about the women, the study and the survey said 2,000 men. I mean, they didn't say 2,000 gay men. It didn't say 2,000 cheating men. It said
Heterosexual.
2,000 men. So you can't say that, in my opinion,
2,000
that was
men
just
what?
a number. When uh, about the
It was a study of 2,000 men,
men.
and they asked them, "Do they cheat?" What they were trying to find out was it based off the our that testosterone, our sexual hormone. And it
That's
is. We are
And
hardwired.
and
You
and
got
and I and I
more
It is
understand
men
that,
still a
than
but you
choice.
talking about 2,000 men to how many billion men in the entire
right,
world? So
right.
I'm not
That's
gonna
what I
sit here and
said.
say because I've never, and I ain't even gonna say never because I have met. I was in a relationship where I believe a man was faithful, but I will say this: I will say that you don't know all men. I don't know all men. I can't speak for men. I know that men have the tendency to mess around and cheat. But when you think about the word cheating, it's deceitfulness in it. And that's a choice to be deceitful. It's a choice to lie.
It shows a big
It's a
choice.
choice to sneak around and deceive your partner. Now, if you honest, hey, I have these desires, I want to fulfill them. I think a woman is more likely to go with you than go against you if she love and care about you. But the problem is not that y'all desire women and other women. The problem is the lying, the manipulation, the deceitfulness, and the cheating.
the
That's
study
Okay,
that
so
show
you
that
want me to
Yeah,
believe
that's
that
a choice.
2,000
cheating
men.
is natural? Cheating is not natural. That is unnatural. It might be natural for you to desire to be with other women, but the cheating and the lying and the deceitful, those are all choices. No
that's
matter
your
how you
opinion.
just
slice
me.
it,
It's your
no matter
opinion.
if it wasn't a choice, it would be more rapes. Y'all, it just would be a crazy, chaotic world, which
How
it
is that?
It
actually is.
already
How much
So
is.
pussy is in the world?
if anybody else got some on that, go ahead, and then we're gonna move right along because we can go all day. He couldn't wait to bring this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
And
have actual
then
facts.
pinpoint me, and I asked that guy.
And you know, a study of 2,000 men is a very small. That's
I
a
have
peanut
Right,
more.
size
I have
to
right,
more.
right.
I
the
have more.
world of
Okay,
men.
That's
let's do
like
it.
maybe a 1% because
Oh,
it's a billion people.
this guy here, he's doing all this talking. He didn't admit saying it's a choice. He keep admitting that he cheats, but he says it's a choice. You cheat because you
When
have
I'm
a
telling you,
physical desire to be with that woman. That is your biological and
Are you
chemical
listening
makeup.
to the wordage, the
Not,
verbiage you're
it's
using?
not.
You're saying
It's not.
cheat,
He is not listening because if he was, he would understand. You
Rico.
said it is a choice. Your body told you that you wanted to go over
no, my
there.
body didn't tell me.
And
It
Your
was a
body
choice that
told
I
you.
made.
Your
Yeah,
mind.
when that wood got hard, that's your body telling you. When that
Yo,
exactly.
wood
but
dries up,
really? So
that's your
whenever I
body
get wet,
telling
I should go sleep with somebody? Is that what's
Right,
happening?
Whoever
exactly.
made you wet,
There's no logic in that. There's no logic
nobody.
in
You're
when
a
because I got turned on, I'm supposed to go sleep with
I'm
somebody.
makeup.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, as a young man, my shit done told me like, and when I see a woman, if I'm physically attracted to her, it goes straight down here and it says, "You better walk me on over that nigga. I'll stand up and embarrass your ass over
Okay,
there." And I'm gonna walk your ass on over there.
let
Sound like
me
you've had some
control his
addictions that you
understanding.
need
When
to
I
work
was a
out,
young,
Rico. You got some addictions you need to work out.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
sounds like
talking
some
about
addiction
now.
right
I'm talking
there.
about when I was younger.
So this got something to do with young and older, because you
Young
said
men.
sexual
I'm talking
Child.
about
harassment.
young men. Young.
Hey, are y'all ready for the next relationship myth? Cause
Yeah,
Right,
because nobody gonna beat me on this topic. This
right.
man keep talking about facts and he ain't gave nothing but his opinion.
hey, you know what? Again, I told you I agree wholeheartedly with the idea of men not being with just one woman. It's the cheating part that's the choice. The
Can I
cheating, the lying, the manipulation, the deception. When
All
you
right.
say cheat, that's a choice. Your
right.
body ain't just tripped over on top of somebody and start humping. You had to take your clothes off. You had to go inside. You had to go to her house, meet her car outside, whatever. You had to purposely go do something.
I want to
Choice.
ask
But
for your
You
relationship?
ain't it ain't just
can I say
happening.
one
Nothing is
thing
just
before you
happening to
move
my
on?
body that I'm not allowing. Okay?
Can I say one thing before you move on? When
Go
I was
ahead.
a young man and I cheated, there was choices I made. My hormones didn't tell me to do anything because if my hormone was high and she looked fine, if I didn't want to do nothing with her, I'm not gonna do it. It's a choice. It's all a choice.
Which is how they
Your
pick and
body can't make
choose.
you do anything.
You
Cause you
Yes.
can't you can't
you have
sleep
So
with
if
somebody,
if
you can't
he,
sleep without somebody without their consent because that's rape.
who is a Mr. Isaiah? Who you are you in a
yeah,
relationship currently?
You married.
yes, I'm married.
Who is the who's the leader of your relationship? Not leader, but who makes the most decisions?
I let my wife make the most decisions.
Exactly. Low testosterone.
Really?
He in my
No,
case.
that's
I
not. No,
already
What?
knew the answer
no,
to that.
it's
I
not.
already
No,
knew the
Really?
it's
answer to
I
that.
not,
did not
I
brother.
believe
already
that.
knew the
I think
answer to
I don't know
that.
why he just
Just
said
by the
that.
way he is
That
talking,
is not
I
true.
already knew the answer to that. I already knew the answer to that. I already knew. His wife tells him what to do.
Low
I
T,
already
low
knew that.
T,
Low testosterone. Get you
low
a
T,
testosterone supplement and come back and talk to me in 6 months.
low
That's what you
T.
do. That's what you do. Get your
Oh
testosterone
my
supplement. Hey,
He
God.
if you
say, I
want to
let
know,
my
listen to
wife.
me. I want to say this
Where's
to
the
the young
language
men.
at?
Young
All right,
men.
we're gonna go on to the next
Wait,
relationship
wait. Can I
myth.
say one more thing that has
Ooh,
nothing? I'm not
child.
gonna finish this
Rico,
one
you
last
done
thing.
came and
I want
set
to
it
end it
off.
on. I want us to end it on a good thing. Young men that's out there, if you're watching this or you get to watch this, by any means, I'm not saying go out there and you deserve to have multiple women, as many women as you want, because that is not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this: our chemical makeup, we weren't designed to be that way. But I don't lie to the woman because believe it or not, 9 out of 10 of them, no, I'm gonna say 9.5 out of 10 of them, they're gonna take you in all your faults. If you, the more honest you are with them, they're gonna say, I appreciate you being honest with me. And if you be honest with them, you won't have any drama in your life. From the time I meet a woman, matter of fact, I met Cree. What was the first thing I said to you? I'm married. I got 9 kids. This. We had this conversation before. You don't have to play games with women, man. All games, lies don't do nothing but lead to drama. All you got to do is be honest with her because most of them already know men gonna be with multiple women anyway. So stop lying, and you will.
You saying all
Sound
that,
like
and yet you
James.
started off with cheat.
It's
So
not
Sound like
when you
because
talk
James.
you're
about the
supposed to be.
word cheat, you
It's
ain't
no
talking
such
about
thing as
honesty.
cheating. It's no
That
such.
sound like
I heard
James.
everything you said, but when you started off with a man gonna cheat, tell me, have you ever met a man who hasn't cheated? It's the word cheat. When you are talking about cheating, you are being disloyal, disingenuous, lying, manipulative. These are all the words that centers around the word cheat. So now if you came out when you made your statement, I was all with you until you was like everybody cheat type deal. Those are choices when you cheating. And just like it's a choice if you're honest. So and I agree, if you honest with a woman, she's liable to deal. You be surprised how many people will put up with you and your trash.
Yeah,
So if y'all are watching and listening, trust when I tell you it's better to be honest. And some men would tell you they're honest because they're honest in the beginning and then they lie throughout the rest of the time that
why
they were
lie
honest.
if you
No,
know?
that just means you was honest in the beginning. Because if you honest in the beginning and you lie the rest of the time, a woman dealing with you, that still make you a whole liar.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna move right along with the second one. And the second one is if it's meant to be, it will happen.
If
And what do
what's
y'all
meant
think about that?
in a relationship, if a relationship is meant to be,
Yeah, if it's meant to be, it will happen. That's one of the relationship myths.
I don't believe in that one because I don't think that anything will happen just by chance. You things happen because you make them happen.
You gotta put work
Absolutely.
in.
That's
Put
Choices.
work in it. You gotta put work in it.
Absolutely.
happen.
Work in
Things
that
happen
pussy.
because you make them happen.
It's a choice, but your body makes the choice for you. In the opinion, the rest of you just have to do the work. You gotta walk over there,
The rest of you have to do what?
do the work. You gotta talk to them, be nice, take them out to eat, do whatever it takes.
All choices.
You're right.
All choices.
At the
If
end
you
of the
wasn't
day,
doing all that, would you get the common goal? Would you? Do
Yeah.
you think so?
we
Yeah.
can't get it if we don't be nice to you. What woman gonna have sex with a man that's not nice to her? None.
So you choose to be
I
nice
don't
so you
know
can
about that one,
have
but
a sex.
okay. But
Yeah, because
Let
if you
I'm
me
not
tell you
sure because I
ever
know some pretty toxic people out there who
something.
like
If
all kind of mean
if
stuff
women
and
have
it
sex
turns
with
them
men that
on.
are mean to them, then yeah, they need some therapy.
I think
but
we
if you
all
look
need
at
it.
the movie if you look at the movie Jason Livers, if it's meant to be, it is. So I agree with it a little bit on it, but
You
not
say movie?
wholeheartedly.
You
He
say
talking about
something about a
Jason's
movie?
lyric.
Jason
Jason
Livers,
lyrics.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jason's
yeah.
really?
lyric.
When she said it on the bus, if it's meant to be, it is.
I
Okay.
believe it
So
in the
it's a little
sense
bit truth
of
to it.
if you with somebody and something happens to where y'all can't be together, and then years later y'all rekindle or whatever,
Reconnect.
you automatically think this was meant to be, or it wouldn't have never came back around to you. Like they say, if you love somebody, let them go. If they come back, then you know
Fuck
it
that
was
shit.
meant to be. So in those minor situations, because it definitely would have to be a situation for me to believe that. Like I'd have to like what happened? But just naturally, no, I don't believe that because I know you have to be an active participant for something to happen in your life, especially as far as a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, anybody got anything else on that?
I got a question. So even though through all this it's a myth, so if it's a myth, it's just basically all our opinions.
Well, but yeah, basically they came from
So it
somewhere,
really
probably
just yeah, just came
generations
from somewhere.
of hearing this stuff over and over again, and a lot of people accept it in their mind and think,
It's
hey, if it's meant to be, then it'll be, or if you really love me, we would never argue or fuss or fight. Just it's just so many different things that people have said and continue to say, which keeps it alive in their life. So it's really
Y'all,
not the truth, because when you think about them and you dive into them, it's like, no, that's not the case, because you have to put forth action in any relationship. You have to.
yep.
Yes.
Paul,
who
you got
dog?
anything on that one?
Dog is barking.
Mine. Let me
Somebody
go
pay
get him.
attention. Oh,
Hey, I got a
Oh
good
yeah, tell me
myth.
this.
My myth
Okay.
or
Oh,
desire
start
around.
making all that
See, this is
noise.
my thing, Mister
Your
Wisdom.
myth was about testosterone. That was
No,
crazy.
no, no, no. What my thing is, I'm trying to put our homes back together again and save our children. Women say they love their children, unconditional love, but they take away the one thing that will make that child become a more productive member of society behind sex. You remove and keep the child away from the daddy because he messed with another woman, or mainly that's what keeps our homes not together. If you go back to up until 1950, black women were married at a higher rate than white women. At a higher rate up until 1950. Around 1953 is when the welfare system started. That's when they began to start to move the black man out of the house. And following all of that, you go up until the 90s. That's when that strong, independent black woman came about. How many white women, Mexican women, Indian women, Asian women you hear out there complaining about men fooling or cheating with they other women? Black women complain about the one thing that is free, us having sex with someone else. They ready to blow up their whole world, not because he can't take care of his family, not because he's not a good father, not because he's not a good provider, not because he don't spend enough time with her, because he stuck his dick in another woman for 2 minutes. You ready to have your child fatherless because of your own personal feelings. Your
mm.
women, when it comes to
Well,
that, you are being selfish.
Most of these kids out here like this because these are deadbeat men are here not taking care of their responsibilities.
But see,
That's how
you
I
trying to put
feel
it on the
that's
men. What
happening.
about the women?
I
Why
see
push
that
that
too much
man out
happening.
because he can't, just because he had sex with another woman? That means he shouldn't be.
Rico, you talking about the end result. This is what you talking
That's
about, and this is my
crazy.
issue with that whole argument you have. You talking about the end result.
That's
The
not
end result is you
that's a
had
myth.
sex with
That's not
somebody
true.
else,
I don't
but
believe that
all the
at
way up
all.
until the end result is the lying, the manipulation, the deceit. Like, it's kind of like you telling me these people are honest. These people are not honest. Like, how do you feel if
You
somebody
talking about
you live with, you trust, you love, that you think or believe that is loyal to you, and you find out they've been lying and skimming and doing all this deceitful stuff to you? It's not the sex part. I was dealing with somebody, and it wasn't even the sex part. I didn't even care about that. But I did care about you looking me in my face, telling me that you love me and this and that, but you lying behind my back. Can you imagine laying next to somebody and they texting somebody else saying, I wish I was there with you? Like, that's
I
what hurts.
understand what you're talking about, but
That's what
I'm
hurts.
speaking on
It
me.
ain't the fact that you
Uh,
stick your Peter in somewhere else, or you over there paying somebody else rent and bills. Because men cheat with their
That ain't
wallets.
good. That
see,
ain't good.
Cree and Keith,
So
y'all are speaking
now let
about
me answer
the
this.
men. Y'all are speaking on the men y'all dealt with.
Who
I'm
I
talking
can't speak
about
on nobody else. Who else can I
exactly,
speak on?
exactly. But I'm
Well,
talking
who
about
you
me.
speaking on?
You're judging what I said based off the men
I'm judging what you said based off of your generalization of women.
you dealt
Yeah,
with.
you said
You
women.
those are men
You,
y'all dealt with.
are you
Y'all made
listening?
that choice.
Your generalization of women would include me and her. You generalize women.
Yeah, women.
You said y'all well, kick
Yeah.
the man out because he's sticking his penis in somebody else, and now the kids are fatherless. Well, if I speak on my own personal experiences, that's not the case. The nigga committed a crime and went to jail. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with him sticking his penis in. But that's not what I'm speaking on. What I'm saying is you generalizing all women as if that's the case of why men are not in the homes. I
That's not
agree
all women.
But
partially
let me
to about the welfare system and they chose to have the money. And then, but even with that, because we all know it's not a coincidence, not an accident, the
True.
way the system is set up for us to fail, the way
Yes.
they brought the drugs in our neighborhoods, the
Yes.
way that we fell victim to those type of things,
but it's
And
which
still a
cause
choice
us to
for us to
commit
take it.
crimes and stuff like that and end up in jail. It's not a coincidence that things were set up the way they were. Now, I am personally tired of talking about the issues and pointing the finger and blaming one another for it. I would like for us, for once, to start thinking and working towards solutions versus constantly pointing the finger at each other and focusing on the problems. We know that it's not a coincidence that the system did this to us. We fell victim to it. This is why we're behind as a people. Period. So instead of
Okay,
dwelling
let
on
me
it,
answer that.
because I like the idea of bringing families back together. How do we do that? And I
Yes,
can
it's
tell
all
you it's
about
not going to work with constantly being lied and manipulated and treated like crap. Like black women are at the bottom of the hierarchy system. Okay. And if we are being
Well,
treated bad by this person, that one, and now our own people, we don't even get along. Like, come on, we got to try to fix it. This talking about it is not fixing nothing.
you
I
right.
can tell you that.
okay,
Figure
let
out
me
a way to be honest with one another.
re- let me okay, let me jump in real quick. What you just said is all about choice again. What he just said about him sticking his penis on. If you have a family, would you want your kids to see you cheat on on a mother and how
How
they react to that?
how would my
And then
children
we as a
possibly see that?
like we as a people, you could bring all the guns, all the drugs in the neighborhood. You have the choice to do it. You can't keep blaming the system for our problems because somebody in your family told you what was bad and what was right. So if your mama said, "Hey, selling drugs will lead you with two places: penitentiary, graveyard," and you choose to do it anyway, it's not the system; it's your problem. So it's not the system; it's the problem that the people that keep doing it. They love what they do. And the solution is we need to have grandmamas tapping back in to the little one. And say, we miss Big Mama. Big Mama had house in order. We don't have it. What is Big Mama? 29 now?
Woo,
Look,
that's trash.
I
31?
can
Woo,
partially
How she
agree
gonna leave?
with
How,
what he
how
said.
woo,
she gonna leave? How she gonna leave a
one big
tree?
mama
How
for
she
sure.
gonna leave
woo.
a tribe when she young herself? See,
Well, I can partially
it's
agree
not the
with you.
Europeans. It's not the Europeans. It's us.
I
We
can
making the bad
partially
choices. We choose the bad choices to do all this here. You can put it. I want a nation of people, drugs,
Oh, he didn't
drugs,
went mute
drugs,
again.
I
drugs.
can partially
We,
agree with what he said. In that situation, you do make a choice to sell drugs or commit and go to jail and all of
And
that.
stick
But
your penis in other women when you're in a relationship. Okay, I'm sorry.
what you say? Wait, let
What'd
me
you say,
speak on what
Fish?
he said real quick. It's a
And stick your
choice when it
penis in
comes.
other women when you're in a relationship.
I'll speak on that once I finish with what he said.
Somebody told
It
you, no,
is a
you're not.
choice. But if you don't have any other way to provide and to make ends meet because a system don't want to give you a good job, what else are you supposed to do? As men within us, that's just like if I'm at home, I got kids and they hungry. That woman and those kids looking at me as a man, we feel pressure. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna feed these kids? If I can't get a
I
job,
can
what's
tell you how
what
you
you
can
gonna do?
feed them.
You gonna grab the gun?
What?
You gonna
I
grab
can tell
the
you what to
gun?
do.
What you gonna look? What? No, hold on. You spoke. Let me talk about that. And second thing you said, first of all, you said Big Mama. Basically, what Big Mama supposed to do? That your first problem is you keep putting women in charge of men. That's what your first problem is. That's why your thing is not going
They're the
right.
glue to
I'm
the
telling you,
family.
get you
They're
some
the ones keep us
testosterone
No,
together.
supplements, and you're
okay.
gonna be better. But because a woman is not supposed to be leading a man, first of all, the man makes these choices. The man makes these decisions. The man is the disciplinary in the home, and without the man in the home, that's why these
What time we
kids
got? Oh,
run
9
rampant.
o'clock.
These kids
I
run,
never,
they run
Okay.
rampant. But it is not just our fault and a choice to go sell dope. What am I gonna do? I have 9 kids. When they were small, one supposed to just let them be hungry or go get a job that's at McDonald's that's gonna let me feed 3 of them? No, a man, you gonna go do something no matter what it takes. If you gotta sell dope, then you go sell dope, but you gonna feed your family and you gonna be happy that you fed your family. So no, I don't believe everything that he said. It is a choice at the end of the day, but what other option do you have?
It's a lot of options because if you choose, you just look what you just said, right? He got to get out there and hustle. But if he listened to his parents and stayed in school and got a good education and choose not to be in the street, he wouldn't have to worry about going out there and hustle for his family because he would have a good education to take care of his family.
Okay,
So
I have a question
it's
for you.
still a choice.
Did where you from? Did you grow up with both your
I'm,
parents?
I'm from Chicago.
And you grew up with both your parents?
No, I grew up with my mother.
Okay, and you said it was a choice. And so, as you were coming up, and did you always have a job? And did your mom always have a job to feed you? And you, once you
My
got older,
mama,
did you have to go out there and work and do that?
my mama taught me to do the right thing, and I chose to go the bad way. So that's the position I had to go choose and work in. Yeah. So I
See,
had to choose to make ends meet because I didn't listen to my parents to go the right way. So now I got to get out here and hustle and do it the wrong way. And all I had to do was just listen.
See, but with his things that he's saying, he's contradicting everything that he's saying because he's speaking on things now.
Mute your
But all these
microphone
things
when you're
he's
talking.
speaking on right now, he's already done them. We're older now. We're older now. Everything you're talking about is a choice, and but just when it comes, even with the cheating, or even with you saying it's a choice to sell dope, you've done these things. What you're trying to do is make up for these things, which is okay because you probably have children, but don't talk like it wasn't an option for you when it was done. Don't tell these you trying to tell people like this is the right thing to do right now. You don't know people's decision. You basically just said I made a choice to do the wrong thing because of such and such and such and such. Whatever your reason was, they have reasons too. You keep
Well,
contradicting yourself based off the
no,
very
I'm not contradicting myself.
you
All they had to do, most of the people that's out here selling drugs, robbing folks, doing all these crimes. One of the reason is, first of all, they choose to listen. They did not listen to their parents. They choose to not to listen to anybody that told them what was good in life. They want the fast money. They want to hurry up and feed their family. But if they only did the right thing the first time, they wouldn't have to do all that. They wouldn't have to pick up a gun to go rob people or get out here and sell drugs. All them are choices.
Cree, check
All
your
you had to
chat.
do is all you had to do is choose the one choice is to listen to your parents.
Rico, I think what he is saying is he is using himself as an example. He's saying that he could have
There you
made
go.
better choices. He made the choices he made. He knows the regret, and he wish he had made better choices. So basically, all you can do with that type of situation is to raise your kids differently. Stop that
Yep.
generational curse or whatever they want to call it these days. I believe it is
Yes.
choices as well.
Yeah.
Oh, my private chat. Oh Lord,
Yeah,
don't
you
have me
probably. I'm
messing up.
going to just tell you right quick because I'm trying
Go
to
ahead.
find you on YouTube and I'm trying to see are you live on Facebook because when I go to your Facebook page, I don't see this and I don't know what your YouTube handle. I don't know if you're going live right
I
now on
see it on
YouTube.
Facebook.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it up under your 2-1 boom?
No, I only got one page on Facebook.
Okay. All right. I'll go check again. All right. Sorry to interrupt, but I was just trying to share it and I didn't see it, but I'll go back and look.
Miss
All
Tish, I
right.
couldn't I didn't understand what you asked me.
Look,
Have a
Paul.
job and did your mom go to your Facebook page? I don't see this.
What you
I
trying
forgot
to
so
say?
Okay.
much going on.
Yeah, it says I'm live right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm out to cash out to
No, it's
Aisha
under my regular page.
Mute your
because
mic,
I'm on this
Rico.
here and it's not gonna let me do it. I can cash out some money soon we get to the house
Hey,
because
Mute
I'm
it.
on the clock now.
young ladies,
I
ask
can't
a
take it.
man a question, a gazillion questions when you first meet him. Ask him. The more questions you ask, the better off you'll be.
Oh.
What's our next myth?
Yes.
All right, y'all ready for that? Cause woo, we didn't went all the way left field.
Hey, that's how
Um,
it goes sometimes.
Here's one. It says couples should do everything together.
No,
No,
hell
that's a myth. That's a myth. A man should have their relationship outside the marriage, and the woman should have her life outside of the marriage. And then y'all do stuff. Nah, that's a myth. I don't believe it.
Hell no.
You can't be
No.
around a
Hey, I've
person
been
for
with a
all
woman
24 hours. You
for
gonna
over
be
30
I think
years.
bored.
that's a part of that honeymoon phase myth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, where you don't want to be away from your person when you're first meeting.
in the beginning, yes. But when
Yeah.
Yeah, in
you've
the
been together
beginning.
a long time, you need your time apart. Whether it's
Yep.
Yeah.
alone with your friends or however.
Yep.
Um, I've been with
Yeah.
mine for what I think like 32 years. And last week she was up in Killeen and I was in Houston. She said, "Ooh, I need a break from you." I said, "Okay, hey,
I know I
Yep.
take my vacations.
deuces, hey, deuces." I went to the
Yep.
city and she came up there where y'all at. Or
Yep.
I don't know if all y'all in Killeen, but she came up. She went up there for the weekend. So
Mm.
I would definitely say that is
Definitely a
a
myth.
myth. Yeah, it is a myth. People, when you're on top of one another like that, you bound to have a whole bunch of arguments.
Yeah.
When it comes to
Arguments. Mm-hmm.
the one thing about the military that I really liked when I was in that every time Kim and I would get into, say for instance, we get in an argument, right then we go to the field or I get deployed or something, we go away for like a week or two. It gives you time to miss one another. By the time I come back, I forgot what we was arguing about. So time away from one another is definitely a plus
Yeah.
because too much time together, that's when I believe that people will eventually stay mad and angry so long they're gonna leave one another. So
Yeah.
being together all the time, I don't see it being a good thing. It's a
Yeah.
bad thing on a relationship.
Yep. Ain't nothing good about that.
Nope.
That's all you got to say about that, huh, Paul?
Yeah, ain't nothing good about that. She need to go on go. I was still trying to find you. I don't know why I can't find you because I was trying to share it. But anyway, uh, yeah, but no, being together all the time, hell no. And think about it now with a lot of work from home moms and stuff. And if the dad work from home, the mom work from home,
Oh
and they
man,
both
Ooh,
all at
Lord.
home, hell no. So
Can't deal with
I'm
hey,
a
that.
firm,
I gotta be
I'm a
gone
firm
all day.
believer in that. Hey baby, go on go with your girls and y'all gonna go do it so that guy can go on and let her know how fine she is and this and that, let her know she still got it wherever they going or whatever, which I tell my girl all the time anyway, that but you gotta have some time apart. With the
Yep.
guys, you just have to. It's a healthy relationship as Creed says.
yes.
It's
I
healthy.
was going.
Definitely
I
have
was going. I was going to speak. I was waiting you to finish. I was going to say independence is healthy. Maintaining personal interests are healthy things, and that kind of thing strengthens the relationship.
When I retired from the military, within the first year after retiring from the military, we after being together all of them years, we almost separated because I didn't realize what was going on. But finally, she spoke up on it when we went to counseling. She said, "Record. I'm not used to you being around that much like that. We're all on top of each other. You're always here. I'm used to doing things this way. Now you come in, you want to do things this way, that way. So we were arguing all the time about little things. And once she broke it down for me, I was like, dang, you're right. I've been gone for 20 years almost, basically. And now I come in, I'm like, why you doing this way? Why you doing this? And I was changing things. So it took us some time to getting used to one another and being around one another constantly like that.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it was a
Anybody got
process.
anything else on that one? I can go on to the next one.
No to the next one, girl.
All
We
right.
agree on that one.
Jealousy is a sign of love.
Hell no. Mm-mm.
I've heard that before. Somebody told me that I was act a little too nonchalant, and as if they were so used to drama and somebody always having something to say about what they do that I wasn't normal. Like it was, I'm like, you just used to people being insecure and want to argue and fuss and
Exactly.
fight.
Mhm.
I don't need all that arguing in my life.
For
I'm
me,
okay with peace.
I said
I
hell no,
can't.
but a little jealousy, that play, ooh, oh, whatever. But a lot of it is definitely a sign of insecurity, and a lot of that comes from men. If a man don't have his stuff together, and I'm only speaking from the male side because I'm a man, Cree and Miss Tish. If he don't have his things together, and he comes, say for instance, he has a woman, he brings that, and that woman comes around a man that does have his stuff together. he will act crazy with her even if she look over his way because that man is everything that he wants to be. And he probably knows she deserves to be with a man like that. And it's not him. So I tell women all the time, if you go with a man and y'all dating in the beginning and you look at another man and he say, "What you looking at him for?" You better leave him alone. He don't even have an emotional attachment to you yet, and he's already checking you. Just imagine how it will be once he get feelings involved. He'll probably put his hands on you. If he asking and insecure that quickly, trust and believe. You should run, ladies. Run. Yeah.
It's the same thing with women. If a nice looking woman come around, for some women, I'm not gonna say all. Uh, I'm not sure. Like it's people that don't like when me and my sister step out. Sometimes it's like we get unnecessary hate just because we there. Like we like the
Y'all are
most
both
down to earth
attractive as
people
hell.
I know, and
I
folks just
mean,
hate for no reason. So, but I just want us all to get along. There's no need to be jealous. We can all share, get along, have a good time.
I know y'all share us men. We don't mind. I promise you we don't.
Y'all
Share.
mind being twos? Some
Oh
of them
yeah.
mind. Some
Look,
of them mind.
hey,
I'm
I'm I'm,
mine.
I'm the
I
cleanup man.
just want me
Hey,
and
I'm like
mine.
Willie D. I'm
That's
like
it.
Willie D, baby. I'm the cleanup man.
Not you, the clean.
I'm the cleanup
Where's
man.
Kim at? Let's
She in
see
the
if
other
Kim
room.
agree. You
She
know,
in the
it's
other
usually
room.
three sides to the story: his side, her side, and then the truth.
Hey, I guarantee you, if I call her in here, everything I said earlier, she done heard it before. Been hearing it since we was in
Mm.
junior high school.
And she gonna say you leading the household. Okay, all right.
And I'm leaving. You did. I'm a man. I'm an alpha male. I don't play when it
I can
comes to
tell.
being the
I'm
man.
gonna
I
do a
don't.
show about alpha men and see what that looks like.
Yeah, I want to hear that one. And alpha women.
Oh man, ain't no such thing
Anybody
as
got
an alpha
anything else
woman.
on
That's
that
an
one? Because I can go
oxymoron.
on to the next one.
Yeah.
I'll just say this on jealousy at this time of me. I'm not. I'm just making comments. I'm not going with the myth and all that shit. I'll just make a comment on it. At this age and time and point in my life, and really, when I look back, I don't even really see myself being jealous at all. I'm damn sure not jealous now because I'm well secure in me and my girl. So she
Mm-hmm.
go over there, she go do whatever. I don't give a fuck. I know what she come back to because I know what I do and what I bring. So women look at her, look at me, whatever. Jealousy, I don't have time for that shit because I'm not stressing over shit. I'm living life and fuck that jealousy
Straight
shit.
out.
So
Exactly.
What you
I
just
just
spoke on right there, Paul, is called confidence.
Exactly.
You
I'm
ain't worried
good.
about nobody else out there in
Yeah,
the
but
streets because you already know what you can do and who she coming
Right.
home to. I
Exactly.
love it.
fuck
Yeah.
I would see as maturity as
Look,
well.
Kim and I used to go to the club. Hey, look, we didn't want to spend our money, or maybe we didn't have enough back then. I'd like go over there and sit at the bar. The man gonna buy you a drink. She was like, okay. I say, get
You
you
spin
this.
off. Huh? What?
Yeah, but we used to do that all the time. Me and her, we have fun. We used to play all kind of games. She go sit at the bar and me
Yeah,
and
I
Trey
ain't
talk.
gonna lie. Me and Greg used to do that too.
Exactly.
We
I'm
go
like, we
role
got
play.
our
We
drinks
go in the
all night.
club. We be role playing, go in the club. I go in there by
Yep.
myself first, and then he come in like we buy our stuff and see who's full first. And then I go
Yep.
over there to the girl and be like, damn, he fine, right? And she be like, yeah. I'm gonna go over there and like I don't even know him. Go over there and
Yeah.
talk to him. And she like, damn, you got him. I'm like, yep, that easy.
Yep. Hey, look, get free
Wow.
drinks all night.
Role
Men
play,
gonna
role
spend
play.
money on the women.
yeah,
Yeah. They gonna spend the money.
yeah, they gonna
Yep.
spend that money.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say this. I'm not gonna say I was jealous, but I have been a little overprotective a little sometimes if I go out with my mate and women would be all on. I'm like, hold on now. She didn't see you come in this motherfucker with me. Cause I done went to the bathroom, I done came out and she all in his face, especially if she dancing or turned bent over. I'm like, hold on now.
Yeah,
Get your
that's
ass up now.
disrespectful.
I don't mind choking somebody if
Yeah.
I have to. Cause I had a whole situation. I was out with my family and my guy was there and I'm dancing with my god brother. As soon as I move, some chick come from across the club and go pick him up to come dance. And I'm just watching to see what he gonna do. And I see him just trying to be nice, telling her no. But ultimately, he get up and dance. And I ain't say nothing about the dancing. But when the song went off, he trying to sit back down, and she's like, "No, no, dance with this, do this one with me, do this." I grabbed her hand so hard, I said, "He said no." Like, what's your problem? But see, I don't see that as jealousy. I see
That's
it
not.
as women thinking they can do what they want to a man, but let a man do that to a woman. it's gonna be a whole problem out here. So I just had to check that real quick,
Yeah, that's
and she moved
disrespect.
on about her way.
You
That's
had to do that.
disrespect.
You had to do that because that's straight up disrespectful.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, these folks out here,
You
I
know
don't
what
even want
she
to speak
said?
on
But
them.
that was a
Can be
woman.
a
But
hot mess. So are y'all telling me I'm the only one who has situations like that? Because I know I'm not.
oh no,
I know I had situations like that.
You
You
don't want to
know,
talk on one of them.
I mean,
I
huh?
no, I'm listening.
You don't want to share,
No,
Miss T.
I haven't had a woman disrespect me like that. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't have those problems, but we have been out and you know we dance and whatnot. He don't dance, I dance with her, you know. But I ain't never had that issue with my husband. When a woman
Well, I want
disrespect
somebody
me,
to share that had an issue. That's what I want. I thought you was about
I
to share
have
a situation where you had to put your foot down or say something to somebody you really
I
didn't want
gotta
to.
think. We've been together too long. I gotta think.
All right, well,
Recently,
think
no, but
about
I
it. Go
got.
ahead.
I have, and matter of fact, it was at the OBOP way back in the early 2000s. Kim and I was at the OBOP, and but before I tell this, let me tell you this: men do that. Most men won't do that because they know you disrespect the man. It's something coming with that.
You might
You
lose your
gonna have to
life.
knuckle up. You gonna have to knuckle up with men. So most men not gonna do that. But Kim and I was standing there, and this young cat, this young guy, for whatever reason, he decided. I saw him looking at her. It was two of them. I saw him looking at her. And then I had when someone spoke to me, and I turned around. This dude had done stepped in between Kim and me and was trying to talk to her. I pushed him to the
Damn.
side. I
Like you
pushed him
didn't
to the
exist.
exactly. I say, man, you done lost your damn mind. Blasey, blasey, blasey. Him and his little friend tried to jump me. The security people broke us up, and I knew they was going to wait for me outside. I knew they was. So when we go outside, there they was waiting for me. And I asked him, I stopped and I said, are you sure you want to do this? Because him and his homeboy was going to jump me. Because me and Kim walking outside, and they said, yeah. And I say, okay. And my homeboy said, Ricard, why you keep talking to me? Let's beat this nigga ass so we can go home. He didn't realize I've been in Killeen forever. He did that shit in the club. They almost got their ass tore up in there. And the
Mm.
man came out there. All my boys stepped up. His homeboy said, man, I ain't do nothing. Yeah. We didn't jump on it, but I said, young fella, you might not want to. You might want to learn where you at. Don't disrespect a man like that. You're young because if I'd have been younger, you'd have had a beat ass out here tonight.
Just a lot
You
of
don't,
men lost their life behind a
yeah,
woman.
you don't do that. So young men, don't be disrespectful. Y'all youngsters probably don't know, but you don't do no crap like that.
Paul, you ever had that experience that you want to share, or
I,
Isaiah?
I have been thinking about it. I hadn't, but let me just touch on one thing on Echo and Rico right quick. The only thing we have to do now, Rico, is if them little young cats go outside now, we just have to make sure that they hadn't grabbed anything because they not coming with the fist no more. They starting to shoot and do things
Oh
like that
yeah,
no more because they scared. So we just have to be careful in that effect. But to touch base on me, I have been sitting there thinking the whole time, and I can't think of
I can't.
nothing right off where I've had to do anything like that, or one of my wives had to do anything and say anything, but so I can't comment right now.
You,
I can't think.
Isaiah? Before we go on to the next.
He muted.
No, not me. I'm good.
Okay. This is a good one right here. The spark will never fade in a relationship if it's healthy.
everybody on here know that's a lie. Everybody on here know that's a lie. I'm
I
telling
feel
you,
like it fades, it come back, it fades, it come back, it
Uh
fades.
huh.
what is a fade
But
to black?
you have to do
It's like a
things to
roller
help it.
coaster. It's like a
Yes.
Yeah.
roller coaster. You just got to keep on trying to find something else to pick it up.
I'm gonna
That's all.
say is somebody. Oh, I mean, it's good you kind of bring up the spark, because I'm good at keeping the spark, but if you off into the house when you don't have any kids, then in other words, shit, if I can see my girl cooking me breakfast like Vin Rain was cooking breakfast on baby boy for a girl. Go off in that baby and cook me some eggs and bacon and or something with your G string on and with your bra. Keeping the spark there. And when you walk
And,
around the house, don't walk around in no granny shit. Walk around in some
and no
sexy
bonnets
shit.
on your head.
Yeah,
Walk
yeah,
around butt
that,
booty
that
naked.
yeah,
I stay with my granny stuff on.
Yeah, you
Because
got
I don't
to.
got kids in my house, so
No, Mr. Wizzo, tell her to wake you up to that sloppy topic.
Man, yeah. Look here,
That's the part right
oh my
there.
Jesus.
I'm telling you that the spark. I mean, shit. My girl tell you, shit. We supposed to be driving down the road. I'll be like, shit, baby, can we get in the back seat or something? You ain't always got to go to the bedroom. You know, shit. I'm reaching over there grabbing the breast. I'm reaching over there doing whatever. So you got to keep the spark. You know, and it may be 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm hard in the Superman kneecap shit, and she over like 7-Eleven. So shit, it's on. God damn it. So
That was
you
funny.
you have to keep the spark. You can't get comfortable and just settle and relax or whatever. You got to keep that
Oh,
excitement and that thrill. That's just me. So that's why I'm like, I'm not that bored and fuck that. I'm gonna keep it and just before I pass it on to someone else. We've talked about on Wizzo Talk. We've talked about sex toys. Cree, I remember you saying how shit. You gotta have something. It's got to get soft, but you ain't gotta always have the motherfucker that enters. You get that joker where it just rub on that thing over here or there, and it's vibrating on that. So my point is, you got to keep the spark and you got to keep it the excitement into the relationship. That's why that jealous shit. I ain't worried about that shit because I know what I can do. So
That's
if she
right.
step on that, he better be bringing that shit. But
you,
and
You
I
know
yield
what?
that.
And this is totally off subject. Somebody just texted me and said they can't see my live too.
That's what
So
I'm.
I wonder if it is
There no comments
still
came up.
private. I wonder if it's still private. Like this is really upsetting. This is really
You should but the thing about it is you'll be able to share it afterwards because it's recording. But you should have been had some comments or something pop
no.
up. I know.
Yeah, I ain't see no
Even
comments.
this streaming said that I exceeded my recording time. I got no more recording time. It's no longer recording. It's I can still. Are you saying that it's gonna stay on
yeah, it's
you
not.
on Facebook?
It
I'm
doesn't
not.
even say it at the top no more.
Yeah, everybody's saying they can't see it. I am so oh my god. I'm
Yeah,
annoyed because when I go to Facebook, it shows I'm live.
yeah.
It shows I'm live on Facebook.
I don't see how you can exceed your time. Does it give you a certain amount of time? I haven't used this program until
According
this
to
month, so
it.
I don't know. So,
That's
I'm not
crazy.
sure.
Hey, speak. I want to speak on something Mr. Wizzo said. As you definitely about the spark thing, you're definitely right. Especially as men, I don't know. Again, I don't know about women, but
Right.
as a man, and I've been with a lot of women, and as you get older, and you've seen it all, you've done it all. It takes a lot. Like any little thing not gonna turn me on.
You're right.
It's just not, and especially if you've been with that same person over and over and over and over, you definitely got to do new things. You got what
Yeah.
is trying new locations,
Yeah.
different positions. Hell,
Yeah.
do something spontaneous. Do it in an
Yeah.
elevator, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you
Exactly.
have to.
Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, and being out at the club or whatever, and if she didn't wear a dress on, baby, I'm take them panties off. Shit, you got to keep that spark there and that excitement there. You can't get comfortable and you can't get relaxed because once you keep that spark there and all that excitement there, then you don't have to worry about whatever his name over there trying to come on up in there because you keeping the excitement and the fun and the spark there. So.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna keep it there. Cree, you get it yet?
It's unbelievable. No, I have not. And people calling me, and I'm like, I'm still live. They think it's over because it
That's
started
right.
at 7:30. This is
Yeah.
my life.
Right.
I,
Well,
I, I'm
get better. It get better. This your first time.
yeah, it get better using this
like,
program.
Yeah,
this is my first time using
Yeah.
this, and I'm
Just
I'm
Every
liable
day
to
get
just be
better.
like, get them too because I don't like it.
just do some
Where were
research and then after I'll do my podcast tomorrow, then schedule one for maybe Thursday. No, we'll be dance Thursday. Schedule one for the weekend and we'll do a little test and make sure that whatever and then we can always end it. You know what I'm saying? Go back in there and just redo everything. I guess I don't know, and try to find out if it gives you a recording time limit because this is the free version, so you might have a recording time limit. I don't know.
oh Lord, they
So
they trying to
I
go
mean,
in the page, but
talk
it's
to a lot.
not.
So I mean, it's all good.
yeah,
First time, it gets better.
it get better. Yeah, it does. Cause my first one was like shit, and I mean, I know I panicked, and everybody on the stage could hear everybody, but they couldn't hear me. And then, long story short, I had to update my program I was missing an update and hadn't updated. So
And
Okay,
it's
I
gonna
then
know
get
for
better.
I know for a fact that I'm on the thing now and it's saying start the live video. So it's like it's not somehow connected to this stream. So
You might as well,
I'm
we
not
can
gonna worry about it right now
just
because
talk
it keeps.
and we can continue to talk. But I mean, because
because
technically
I'm still trying to learn how to be open. I don't talk a lot, so I'm still working on that. So
that's a
this is
problem. If you're in a relationship not talking, then
I didn't. Nobody said that. Nobody said that, Rico. Now I talk. My husband will tell you I talk a lot. Me
well,
and
you're
him.
not trying to be
But you
open.
talking about coming out openly, publicly? I'm learning to do that
Oh
more.
my
Don't
God,
start,
that is
okay?
too
Hey,
funny.
I'm saying
Hey,
communication is a
uh,
must.
hey, are
We
y'all ready for
communicate.
the
We
next one? Cause
communicate.
I am. Cause y'all,
Let's
I'm
go.
mad. I need, and it's not recording, so it's not like I can keep it and save it. But
Well,
I'm gonna get this last one because now I'm a little discouraged. But I'm gonna get this
yeah,
last one, and then we're gonna say end the remarks and get off because I feel like this information
Okay.
somebody
yeah.
can use it, and if nobody is seeing it, it's just
Come
going
on,
away.
You can
So,
always change the topic and do it again
well, I still have
in a different
a
way.
lot. I just need to
I
figure
think
this
you'll
thing
be able
out.
to share this afterwards. I think it's recorded and you'll be able to share it because it's going to go to your library. I'm thinking, and you'll be able to go on and share it on whatever platform. But go ahead, whatever you're gonna say though. I think
Let's
you're
see.
gonna be able
Okay.
to share it still.
So this last one is a relationship should follow a timeline. And I think this is coming from people being in
Timeline.
relationships for a long period of time, not getting married, knowing that's what they want, or not having sex
Oh, I see what
until
you.
they think they know a person, and so they do that Steve Harvey 3 month, the 90-day rule type
Fuck that.
deal.
You want
Yeah,
Fuck
green?
that.
yeah, I don't agree with that either because you can't plan love, you can't plan happiness. You can try, but it's never going to work out the way you want it to. You people see things in their head like, oh, I'm going here, it's going to be like this and this and this, but when you get there, it was never like you expected it to be. And most times when things happen spontaneously, you enjoy it more. It's funner, and you're a lot
Yeah,
happier
let it
with it.
ride out.
Because when you
Mhm.
plan things and it don't go your way, you tonight, prime example, you planned this and look what happened, and now because it didn't work out
Woo,
the way you
child.
wanted to, you feel bad about it. I think that can be applied to a relationship. You can plan it and try to do all this, put it on the timeline. We're gonna do this and this year, blah 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 blah, and when it don't, or is it getting close? Now you feel the pressure building up to make this happen and make this happen. No, just go with it. What's gonna happen? If what y'all said earlier, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
That's a myth too.
Hey,
Well, I just know every relationship is unique. So you don't know you it's based off of the readiness of the two people involved in that relationship. So if one person is not ready, then you're gonna still be waiting. Like it's when both people are ready for like milestones,
Mm-hmm.
like marriage, getting a house together, moving in together, kids. So
yeah,
it's both people should be ready. Just because
Yeah.
your biological clock might be ticking, tick on. You just
And,
want to make sure this man is absolutely sure he ready for a
right.
kid before you go on
So it's
and
gonna be a
have a
disaster.
baby.
Right.
Exactly.
And you
So
have to have that talk. Say after y'all been dating, I don't know, a couple months or whatever. I don't know. I can't say the time limit, but if you know that you want to get married in by after 4 years or 5 years or whatever, and he hadn't said anything about it, and y'all been dating for X amount of months, then we need to have a conversation to find out, so we not find out we're not wasting one another's time. And that way we can know we move on, just find out where one another's at. So, and that thing about Steve Harvey, I've said that before. Fuck that. You're not fixing to keep me away from the cookie. We finna have some cake and dessert and ice cream.
exactly.
Uh, shit. Fuck that.
Exactly. They want you to wait 90 days for some cookies, but
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna wait 90 days to buy your ass something to eat. How about
no, you're
that?
not. No,
Yeah,
you're not.
I'm
No,
gonna
you're
wait
not.
90
You
days to buy
already said how I'm gonna get it unless I'm nice to her.
I'm
You already said it, so you buy some
Yeah, we
cookies
are. Yeah,
hey,
for the
look,
cookies.
that one was just an example. But
yeah,
I don't like when women you say that I'm gonna wait 90 days. Well, okay, I'm gonna wait 90 days to be a perfect gentleman.
yeah,
No, that was another example, but I don't agree with that. I think
yeah,
do what you feel.
yeah,
What you feel. If you feel, hey, I want to whatever, do what you feel because
If that's what she
we're
feel, then that's what she feel. It's hers to do that, though, right?
and
Right?
he is to keep his money in his pocket.
Absolutely, it's your choice. So if that's who you are, then that's how you should operate, whether or not what she has going on. What she has going on shouldn't dictate how you are. You should be you regardless, right?
You say that, but how people treat you tends to dictate how you treat them back. So if someone
No,
mistreats you, you gonna be nice to them.
I won't deal with them. So that's not me being nice or mean. So how a person treats you is their perception of you, and how you allow them to treat you is your perception of yourself. So again, if you treat me bad, then I just won't deal with you. Period. I'm not going to treat you bad in return. So
I ain't dealing with
that's
no
what I'm
woman
saying.
for 90 days, period. That's a
What you say?
choice. I'm not dealing with no woman who has a date 90 days. Okay,
What
nice
if
seeing you.
somebody has like I want to be married within 2 years?
And you really
You
interested in
don't
it.
know whether or not you're gonna want to be married in 2 years.
So we're
Do
talking
you?
about like the sex part. So if
I'm
she
just
says she's giving you 90 days, okay, nice knowing you.
all right, ladies. Don't tell the men if you plan on waiting 90 days. All right, just keep that to yourself because it's really not their business. No way what you plan on doing with your stuff.
You
So
better.
keep that to
Don't
yourself.
tell
That
them
way
you
they
ain't
can
ready.
show you their authentic self. So they can show you which. But even still, like I was in a relationship for 2 years. We was talking about buying a house together and all that, and we got in the house and he woke up one day and said, I don't want to be in a relationship no more. And matter of fact, I don't plan on ever getting married. And when I tell you I was distraught, it's like if I knew that a year and a half ago, I wouldn't have wasted another half and a year and a half with you.
I have
So
Another
a
you
But
question.
can
don't
I
know
say
who
you
you're dealing
already?
with. You don't know who you're
But
dealing with
then,
sometimes.
I have a
but did
question.
you give
Sometimes
him the
people,
blue? If you gave him the blueprint already at the beginning, or you say you just said you didn't know from the beginning of the time, you probably gave him the blueprint already from the beginning. I want this, I want that, I want this and that. But instead of
I
him,
just,
no,
No.
what I'm saying is let him prove it to you and let him show you. You don't have to
And
tell him what you want. It should be already automatic into it. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to buy her a house. I want to get her that. Don't tell him what you want. Let him do it. And if he doesn't
I
do it,
agree.
get him out of
I,
there.
I agree
I just,
wholeheartedly, which is why I just said out loud, ladies, don't tell them about the 90-day rule because you heard them say they're running the opposite direction. So don't tell
sometimes,
them. And then my personal,
sometimes,
hold on, Tish, let me just get this last point out. In my personal situation, I did not give him a blueprint. As a matter of fact, he was trying to rush, and this is another red flag when they try to rush you to move in with them and they think they want all these things because a lot of people don't even know what they really want. Like they really don't. So they just out here experimenting. I was his test dummy because he thought because he had been alone for so long that this is what he wanted. And once he got it, he realized this is not what I want. Because it's not, I still don't know why we broke up outside of him saying, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. Of course, you go to those things like, what's wrong with me? Was it another woman? Da, da, da. But we're really good friends now. So it wasn't another woman involved. And he just didn't want to be in a relationship. And he knew that I was just not going to be in no casual live in situation. Now, if I was living it with myself in my own house, then I would have been okay. But I'm not shacking up with you and there's no future. If we're not progressing, I'm not standing still with nobody. So if there's no growth, I don't want to be a part of it. Period. So and he knew that. So this is why he played the role that he played. And I'm not sure if that's giving him a blueprint, but I don't tell nobody nothing no more. I let them be them and I be me. And if it work, it do. If it don't, it don't. It is.
Me, for my
Now
questions
go
for
ahead, Tish. Hold on. Tish wanted to get something out
girl,
before I
you said what I was gonna say about the part where people together, then it's not really what they really want to do. They realize this is not what I want to do. You said most of it already, so you already spoke.
okay.
for the ladies. So with this, if the ladies choose to say this, do this 90-day thing during those 90 days, is it okay for him to have sex with other women?
What he do is that's what me personally, I'm not trying to govern nobody's body. My only issue is when you lie to me. So if I ask you, hey, it's your choice, it's your business. If you choose to tell me, you do. If you don't, you don't. And then we go from there. That's how I feel. I'm not trying to govern nobody's body. So if we're not in a relationship or a committed relationship, and you didn't say I'm gonna be loyal to you, then I'm expecting you to go out there and sleep with other people.
See, I didn't want to just single her out, but I already knew what your reply was going to be. That was more for Tish. She's more like most other women. You're not like the average everyday woman, Creed, and I know you know that. But Tish, I want her to answer that question because most
I
I've
don't think she
never met
agreed
a
with the
woman
90-day rule though.
like you do. I've never in my life met a woman that has ever thought like you before. Never. All
I
of the
don't. What
other
did?
women think like your sister.
Where'd she go?
I don't know, but she's
I
gonna
don't
say
know if this is recorded, Paul.
she's not going up. I be hey, I say 75% chance she say she don't want them having sex with someone else while they wait. They shouldn't have sex
But
with.
that is just her choice for her body. She can't govern his body. She
I,
didn't. It's not a.
I
It's
said
not a. We agree on a
she's
90-day rule. It's me for my own personal.
no, I understand it, but not. Most women would not want you to have sex with anyone else by y'all going through that 90-day rule, and that makes no sense to me because you just met this man, and now you want him to stop having sex and all that just because you have a 90-day rule? No, that don't benefit no one but you. Which most women, that's what they think about most of the time.
Is what
Boom.
benefits them.
Yeah, y'all way more selfish than we are.
Y'all. So you did include me.
Hold on, not look. Okay, I said y'all in general. I'm generalizing. You are a unicorn, Cree. So when I say y'all, I'm not talking about you. From this point forward, if you ever hear me say y'all and I'm talking about women, you're not in that. Cause I've been living 49 years and I've never in my life met a woman like you that agree with damn near everything I say. Never.
Yeah. It's because it's really simple for me. Your happiness is your responsibility. Whatever that looks like for you, your happiness is yours and your responsibility alone. We didn't come. I believe relationships show us imperfections and show us what we need to work on, help us to become better people depending on what relationship you attach yourself to, because they can also be detrimental to your well-being.
Yeah.
So, but your happiness, your personal things that make you like, I love to go dance. I'm going to dance. I might not be great at it, but I'm still going to do it, and eventually I will become great at it. Say if you like, let me think something off the wall. Porn. I don't really care for porn at all. But if that's something you like, I'm not gonna say I don't like porn. You shouldn't watch it. Why would I say that? That's your choice. If you want to watch porn, if you want to be in that, doing whatever you're doing, that's
There are
your
some
choice.
women both are like that. They feel like watching porn is cheating.
I
Yeah.
can see how somebody.
How?
I don't know. I could.
It's a starter. It's just a startup. It's just keeping the spark. That porn, watching porn is not cheating. Some women like it, some women don't like it, but it's not. To me, it's not cheating. Some women get turned on by it. You
Yeah.
know, but I've seen women get not seen, but been told that she get turned on by watching the other woman do the other woman, but she didn't want the other guy. I mean, so it's just you know. Anyway,
I get turned on watching a man get banged from the back.
Oh
So
man, I
I
know
fuck
you about to
that.
say something nasty. Why would you go and say
She
that?
just said that
I
shit.
ain't
I
mad
know
at
that's
that.
bullshit.
I know she don't mean that.
Okay,
No, and it got to be a strong muscle bound. It can't be no white, no skinny, scrawny man. It got to be like a big man, like a strong man. Like,
You joking, right? You
just
joking.
no. I'm so serious. I don't know
I
what
want
it
to thank you
is.
for having
It
me. I'm gonna
absolutely
go.
turns me on.
Why? I don't get that.
I don't believe that
That's
shit.
oh man. Hell no.
I don't believe that shit.
No. That look, I take back what I said earlier. Look, we do not think alike. We do not think alike. I promise you that we don't
Oh,
think alike.
shit. That
Hell
There
shit
no.
are
is
no two
real.
people that's gonna absolutely think alike 100%. And where did Miss Tish go?
She left. Probably had to roll out.
I don't
Mm,
would have told you that's your sister. Something bad had to happen.
I don't know, but I'm gonna take y'all final thoughts.
Okay.
And we're gonna end this. Thank y'all for sticking in with me, having this conversation. Man, I'm telling you, I was really just I've been on here so hyped since like 5:30. Paul, you know I've been dealing with you trying to get this together, and I thought I had it all under control. And when I tell you life be lifing, but I'm still smiling at the end of it. I'm a little disappointed, but hey, it is what it is. It's a learning experience. I appreciate y'all patience and sticking in there and hanging out, coming on the show, period. I really do appreciate that. Y'all go ahead with y'all final thoughts. Paul, you want? kick off your final thoughts and
I
we
yeah,
end
I
it.
just say that when you get a chance, just after it's over with, check the library on here, and it may be off in there. And I would go ahead and download it if it lets you have that option to your desktop or something, and then see about sharing it to whatever location you want to uh, after that or something like that. But other than that, I mean, I hope it all did record. But if not, it was fun anyway. It was good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed being on here, and Rico came with some facts up in there and shit like that. Not so which I appreciate you turning me on to him when I've had him on Wizzo Talk a couple of times. He'll be on
Be
there
on there
again tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be on there tomorrow. So, but I mean, I really appreciate it. Look forward to being on again. I hadn't been on very many podcasts, so I had to go and come on yours because you've been a guest on Wizzo Talk.
Hmm.
You
It's the
know,
most I heard you talk since I
yeah.
met you.
Right, right. Well, I let my guests most of the time on Wizzo Talk handle it, and I kind of moderate, but I do get out there and get out there if I have to get out there. So,
I
with that
appreciate
being said, this your boy Paul Wizzo. Holla at your boy.
it. We
Yeah.
go.
Hey, to all the people out there, if you will never be happy until you stop caring about what other people think about you. Live your life for you. Don't base it off of anything that you were taught or learned. Make your decisions about your future self based on what you choose, not something someone told you to choose, or not because it was the culture or the environment that you grew up in. Once you start making decisions that truly make you happy and making decisions for yourself, you'll truly learn what life is about. And follow the podcast If Relationships Could Talk on all the major platforms.
Isaiah, you got any final thoughts or words?
You on mute.
Oh, yeah.
He on mute. He got his phone
Can't
on
hear
mute.
Okay.
you. Oh, there
Can you
you
hear
go.
me now?
Yeah, you got any final thoughts? Anything before you get
Yeah,
up
I
out of
really,
here?
yeah, I really enjoyed the show. A lot of new interesting. So I will be on a pause show called More Science Temple of America next week. Y'all can tune in to that one. But other than that, yes, everything was great for me.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Cuzzo.
All right.
I appreciate everybody again. Until the next time, Cree 2-1 out. Boom. Stay
Bye.
sucker free. Like Cree.
All right.
Right,
Bye.
Bye.
right.
Don't slam the door, Icy. You're gonna break it. You're gonna have to pay for it.
Shut it. Oh, you gotta do. Yeah, there you go.